This is your personal truck, right?
It's a personal vehicle,
This
yeah.
is a customer car.
Yes, yes.
Now,
Yeah, this one, now, little history. I painted this truck now 9 years ago
really?
with Tropical Glitz Fudge Brownie.
You know what? I remember you hit me up.
Yeah.
And then I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. It's hard to believe it. I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And then this car, you didn't work on it forever. It kind of like just disappeared, right?
Well, it happened in stages. It happened in stages between customers' work and other vehicles I was building for myself. And, you know, I just kind of lose interest in stuff, push it away till I'm happy with getting back on it, or I have the energy or the time or the desire to.
So tell me a little bit about this, because you got a little bit of everything here.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me the year and make of this bad boy.
1982 Chevy C10. I wanted to build it like somebody went to the dealership in 1982, bought it, and was built it in 1983. You know, I wanted to have that look.
That period,
you know,
correct?
that period look. Yeah, with the twisted grille and the Keystone Raider wheels, all period to that, you know, that time frame.
Yo, the interior, I geeked out on this car and the Grand National. The interior on it,
Yes.
just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I love how you really did do it. If it was built like in the 80s, and then you have the roof, you did the same effect you did on that Bel Air, you have it here.
Here, but it's done with black.
Yeah.
So that was shot black over silver with root beer on top of it.
It's
Yeah.
dope, bro.
Yeah.
And then, no, I mean, I geeked out on this car. And then, you know, let's go around, let's talk on the other side. And then it's funny because you have a gold fade pearl.
Yep.
Same thing, you fade the pearl, it's really concentrated, goes under the pattern, and you can see it in the brake, and then you have the flake inlaid.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. You can see the pearl fades from the center out.
Appreciate it now with the sun. I mean, this is the best lighting. And same thing, you got now here.
So this is sandbar.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's sandbar into fudge brownie, back into sandbar.
That I tripped out on this.
Yeah.
This was one of my things I liked a lot.
Yep. That's a tape fake flayed.
Yeah, that's
You know?
dope because it pays homage to that area.
Yep.
That era that they did that.
Yep.
And then you did the same. Damn, you did the same texture down here.
Down there, that's cobwebbing, I think, down there.
I didn't. You know, I didn't catch that at the Grand National.
Yeah.
Now here, I mean, you killed it. You have the interior, the same style paneled out here.
Yes.
And then we have that fiberglass you did in the bottom.
So on the bed,
Here, oh,
on the accent.
I got you here. Look at that. That was super dope.
This is a serape that I actually resined onto a piece of wood, and then just resined it so I would have the finish of the serape on the back there.
Yeah, and that was crazy because I said, "Oh, you painted that," and you're like, "No, it's the actual blanket." I'm like, "Really, bro?"
Yeah.
And I tripped out on that, dude.
Yeah.
You put so much detail into this thing. Is built so well,
And
even the quality you did on the wheel wells, the interior, and then your doors.
Yeah.
You got. I tripped out on this because I saw this. Oh, look at.
Oh yeah. The serape in there, the kick panels.
Kick panel and everything.
And even
Don't-
the pattern goes into the,
Oh,
little details.
that.
Goes into the gas door on both sides.
So this car, all right, you've had the car for a while, you lost interest in it. But when you really start work on the car, how long did it take you to put it together?
To finish it, it was about 4 months to actually finish it for GNRS. But there was a lot I had to do at that point, like I made the trim. That's all hand formed, made trim.
Oh, really?
Aluminum bar stock I made. Yeah, I had to form it like I formed,
Yeah.
formed it around the
That's
back of the
nice.
cab.
I didn't even realize that. I thought that was OEM.
Nope.
Did they even offer that?
They had a trim, but it was about 2.5 inches wide.
Oh, that. Okay, I know.
Yeah, and it's just a plastic vinyl that you stick.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the truck is awesome. What do you have for a power plant?
It's just a small block Chevy. It's pretty factory. Small block Chevy with a 700 R4 tranny. Yeah. And then I built the hydraulic system for it. I did all the wishbone suspension, and I do that as well. I build suspension, hydraulics, air ride, fabrication.
It's done right, bro. And then it's you did the bed liner. I just noticed.
Yep.
But then you put metal flake in it.
It's not only that. It's a neutral bed liner that I tinted with candy, and then I put gold flake in it as well.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I just noticed it now because at the Grand National, I really didn't appreciate it because the light. Well, right now the sun is just beaming.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all dusty and dirty right now because of this show, but
It doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
It's still a great car, man. Now we got the interview that we never got.
yes.
So if people wanted to find you, how do they find you, Eric?
Pretty much just my Instagram. It's edog_customs, KUSTOMS_LBCC.
That's it, bro.
Edog Customs LBCC.
Listen, if you love what you're seeing right now, like, subscribe, and follow. We got so much more, Eric. I appreciate
No
you.
problem,
dude.
Manny. Thank you.
Look, we made it happen, right?
And thank you for putting out awesome products.
I try.
And sponsoring artists to let them do what they really want to do.
Listen,
you know, you give us the freedom to be able to create this stuff.
Do you know the first time I met Eric? Well, what? Oh, I met you. I was dressed up as Mr. Glitz at Long Beach.
Yes.
He was cleaning the other truck. What's the name?
Hand of Doom.
Hand of Doom.
This is Wheels of Confusion, and that one's Hand of Doom.
So he's cleaning his Hand of Doom. That I love that truck. It's a F100, right?
65 F100, yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I love your work. He was the most standoff person. He was like, he saw me in the Mr. Glitz outfit, and he was like, who the hell is this guy? And then this guy, it's my pleasure to support people like you because you support us. You've been using our product. I didn't even realize how long you've been using it.
At least 10 to 11 years, maybe longer.
It's been crazy. And out of all the companies, the big companies, it's a little small guy in Hialeah in Miami. Dresses up crazy sometimes, but I'm glad that you guys see the passion.
And you know what I like, Manny? I like that I can pick up my phone on a Sunday and call you if I need if I have a
but not a booty call.
No.
Okay.
No.
Nah.
No.
I think. But you guys, besides that, you guys are so cool and you're very humble. And I think one of the biggest things, and I get a lot of people ask me all the time about being sponsored. I go, dude, if you ask me, I think you're already in the wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's not given, it's earned.
Yeah.
And I think the common respect, and then I think it's an entitlement thing for me. I grew up with nothing.
Yeah.
I've earned everything.
Well, you've picked a group of guys that just are phenomenal, that I think are leaders in the industry, and that's not to boost myself. I mean, I don't think I am. When I look at myself, I don't think I'm that great. But to be in the same room with those guys.
The thing is that you're respected by your peers.
Yes.
So some of the guys, like I'll give you K-Daddy, Chino, Alejandro Vega, all these guys, I had posters as a kid in my room.
Yes.
And then these are guys, Armando Flores.
Yes.
Is telling me, man, it's an honor to work with you.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, Armando, in '96, I was buying magazines with you. I was looking up to you. How are you going to tell me Alberto Herrera, the airbrush artist?
Yes.
And it's like, it's crazy how the world spins all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys are, I'm like, yo, I've been looking up to you since I was a kid. And like, no, we look up to you.
No.
Like, I'm like you, bro.
Yeah. No, I'll give you a funny thing. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I've always looked up to Kyle, K-Daddy, who's right here, this guy. I always looked up to him as an artist. The first time he came out with a 63 Ford T-Bird convertible up in Paso Robles 25 years ago. When I saw that car, it changed my world as far as my perspective on custom painting. And I looked up to him for such a long time. Fast forward 15 plus years, same thing. I thought he was a little standoffish, like I was intimidated by him.
Yeah.
I roll up into Santa Maria with my 65 Ford F100 Hand of Doom, and he calls me over, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "You freaking killed it on that truck. I just want to shake your hand." And I was thrown back. I was like, "Dude, you just made my whole weekend. Thank you. Like, you've been a idol of mine forever, and now we're good friends."
It's funny when we talked about that here, that people think certain people stand off. I go, no, I don't think so. I think just say what's up. We're all like everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trip because people think I'm standoffish, but when I'm walking around, bro, I'm just enjoying the cars. And then when I start talking to mad shit. But that's who I am. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But the work is phenomenal, and I've been blessed to work with amazing people like yourself. So I have to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to offer to work with you, dude, because I couldn't do what I do without amazing people like yourself and the skills that trust my brand, because bro, I put a lot of work behind that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
and I think proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, absolutely. In your products, I'll put the Pepsi challenge against any of the products out there. I will, because I've used them all. I have used them all over the last 30 years, and I tell you what, yours.
I appreciate it, Bill. I appreciate, and I try to keep a low key and under the radar. So I appreciate the Pepsi challenge. I might not do it. I don't like to.
I will.
I don't like to stir up the pot, but the proof is in the pudding. This is Edog Customs, Tropical Glitz, baby. Much love.